beautiful. If this is your first time here, I'm an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. Now, my dear, I hope you're having an amazing day and everything is going fine with you. If today's not the best day, I'm sending you tons and tons and tons of positive energy, and I hope everything will be well soon. Now guys, today I'm back with another pick a card reading, and today's pick a card reading was a suggestion of one of you guys, so thank you very much for that. And yeah, today it's all about how would a tarot reader or psychic describe you to your soulmate or your divine counterpart. And yeah, as always, my dear, I have 3 piles that you can choose from. I'm gonna zoom a little bit in so you can see the cards better. By the way, this is candle wax that I wasn't able to remove, okay? So, this is pile 1, this is pile 2, and this is pile 3. It's only card deck today. For each pile, only 1 card, no crystals, because I want you guys to focus on your intuition when you choose 1 card. And yeah, please feel free to pause the video, or you can also meditate on the cards if you feel like you need a little bit more time to choose. You will find all the timestamps in the description box, but of course also in the comment section. And my dear, if you're interested or you're just curious when it comes to a personal reading with me, you can of course also feel free to email me. Lastly, my dear, please keep in mind that this is a general reading, so not everything may resonate with you. But yeah, having said that, let's begin. Hey pal 1, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, how would the tarot reader describe you to your soulmate, to your divine counterpart? Now let's start straight away, my dear. Let's see. For my dear pile 1, how would the tarot reader describe you to your divine counterpart? For my dear pile 1. Okay, that's enough. First of all, my dear, let's get you some tarot cards, and later on we will dive in a little bit deeper with some oracle cards. Okay, we have the Ace of Cups, the 9 of Wands, the Page of Pentacles. Let me put a little bit more up there. And we have the High Priestess here. All right. For my dear pile 1. How would, oh my goodness, too many cards. How would a tarot reader describe you? Okay. We have the 3 of Cups. For my dear pile 1. The Ace of Pentacles. All right. And we have the 5 of Cups coming through with the 3 of Wands. All right, and at the back of the deck, we have the Page of Wands. So, my dear pile 1, how would a tarot reader describe you to your future? Okay, I was about to say future spouse. Why? To your soulmate, to your divine counterpart. Well, maybe this will be your future spouse. This is why that came through. But let's come back now. First of all, I would like to start with the Ace of Cups. And as you can see, we see this big bowl, right? And it's full of abundant waters, right? I mean, there's so much water that's literally flowing out, and it's just so full and so rich. And you know what I just heard with it? I heard that the water indicates your emotional depth. I really feel like, okay, the first thing that the tarot reader would tell your future spouse, again, your soulmate divine counterpart, is that you have so much love to give. You are someone who is so abundant when it comes to your emotions. You know, you are a vivid person. You love expressing yourself. You love love. And you love to give and receive, right? You are someone who's so open and so warm, so kind. I feel like maybe at times you attract a lot of people towards you, and they just get very mesmerized when it comes to your energy, when it comes to your aura. It's very friendly, it's very welcoming. Maybe at times you welcomed more energies in that you actually wanted to. Like you may have brought people, like met people who were really yeah, drawn towards you. However, they weren't really the most positive ones or the best for you. So this may definitely also have occurred for you, but regardless of that, I just feel like you are someone who, generally speaking, if someone is in a relationship with you, there is so much love they will experience, because you are also very affectionate, and like when you love hard. Like it's either not at all or it's all the way, you know. Like, yeah. So with you there is no middle, you know. The cup is either overflowing or there is no water in it at all. And I really feel like with the Three of Cups being here as well, being your partner is actually a really big blessing, especially for people who may have not experienced a lot of affection growing up, or just in general when it comes to their previous partners, because you never give someone the feeling of questioning themselves, or you always show how much you care about others. And as an example, if you were in like a relationship, your partner would always know. And not only that, but your love is also so healing, you know. I feel like you're the kind of person who throughout your lifetime can actually touch a lot of people's hearts. Yeah. And I feel like also you are not only in tune with your emotions, but you're also a very intuitive person. You could in fact also be spiritual, do something which other people may see as a spiritual practice. But with the High Priestess being here, you are someone who's connected, with the divine, who's in tune with themselves. And as time progresses and as time goes, you will also connect with yourself more and more. You will also be able to develop those gifts, or really explore yourself. And this this tarot reader would tell your future I can't. It's the third time that I was about to say future spouse, you guys. This tarot reader would also tell your soulmate or your divine counterpart that you guys have a very deep soul connection here. In fact, you guys can literally be from the same soul tribe I'm seeing here. They would definitely tell your soulmate as well that when you guys meet for the first time, they will recognize you. Okay, so they don't have to be scared of missing the opportunity to meet you, or maybe you passing from them, how do you say it, like you being in the same place as them but they not recognizing you. That's what I mean. This is so not the case, because they will see you. Look at that. Do you see the Three of Wands here?
this man is looking at this, it looks like a deer to me, and it's just shining, it's blue, it almost looks very mystical, right? And that's the thing. They cannot miss out on you because it doesn't even matter where you guys meet, they will recognize you. And this is something that the tarot reader would definitely stress out on. It's not only that, it's really their intuition. Their intuition guiding them towards you and vice versa. Because what I really feel is that you guys are supposed to meet each in this lifetime, you know, before coming into this 3D world. You may have consciously, both of you guys, decided to meet. So, you know, you can experience something together, or if both of you guys came here for a mission, let's say, to work together on it. But I just feel like also with this man, there's just something about this blue light. You can't miss it. And it's so interesting because the High Priestess here, I feel like the blue light is just all around her. So it's really embodying her in a way. And I just would like you to know that I really feel like your soulmate is actually manifesting you. Now, maybe some of you guys haven't met this person yet, but this person really has this urge or this desire to meet someone who they can actually create a life with, or who actually fits them and their vision, right? And I just feel like this person may have not been very successful with it. They may have tried, but it always ended the same way. It was always connected to a failure, like a relationship not really working out. And I just feel like what this person really desires now is something serious, something long-term, a relationship in which everyone involved knows that, yes, we are heading towards the right direction. And even if this person is not really aware, let's say when it comes to manifestation, or that we co-create our reality, even if they don't know anything about it, still I feel like they're investing so much energy into you that they're actually subconsciously manifesting you, because as we all know, energy flows where energy goes, right? And I just feel like they have this partner in mind. And when you come around, they will feel like you are someone who they may have been waiting for. All right? Because I feel like for this person, love may have not always been very easy, and in fact, they may have not had the best experiences in it, or a lot of disappointments. At least I feel like disappointment is something that has occurred when it comes to the relationship. So they're waiting for something real. I'm hearing real, and you are. This treasure, I heard treasure, that they have been waiting for. And in fact, very, very patient. This person was very patient here. And when we talk about how this person approaches relationships, I feel like for them it's very important for everyone from the beginning to really know each other well. For them, the dating phase is actually very crucial, because it gives us glimpses, right, when it comes to who the other person is, and that way we can really get closer and closer towards the personality and, you know, what this person is all about. Because I feel like this person, the same way the Page of Pentacles, do you see this man? He's like holding, he's actually throwing a pentacle in the air, or almost he wants to catch it. But Pentacles energy is definitely more solid, right? And I just feel like they want to be very, very sure when they get involved with someone, because it's a little bit like you. When they get involved, they want to go all in. There is no middle ground, you know? They will either go in and they're sure about, you know, their potential partner and they want to have a long-term relationship. So they just go for it then. But before that, they first need to make sure that the person they are getting involved with is actually suitable. Because maybe in the past they did that, but the person wasn't really right for them. Oh my goodness, like, that's so weird. I'm getting so many messages about your person, but actually want to get messages about you and what the tarot reader would tell your, I'm not gonna say future spouse, your soulmate, divine counterpart, right? And yeah, let's focus on that again. Another thing I'm seeing here for you, my dear pile one, is that I feel like you are someone who, with the Three of Cups being here and the Ace of Cups once again, I don't know why I feel like staying here. You are someone who really values a very strong and maybe even like small circle. Like you would rather have heart connected people who may be like a handful, okay, than many friends, or a huge friend group, but it's very shallow. It's very shallow, okay? So you rather prefer the deep connections, and I feel like this is just in general who you are. Also with the High Priestess being here, when we talk about connections that you would like to involve or create, it's all about connecting on a deeper level. You don't just want people who you can, let's say, have fun with, go party with, or you know, whatever. You want people who you can actually have heart-to-heart conversations with, deep talk, and who you can be yourself. Because with the High Priestess being here, it could be the case that for some of you guys, there is something unconventional about you, whether it's how you approach your career, whether it's certain areas of your personality, of your physicality, but you just like to be you. And some people may, for some reason, because they're stuck in their own ways, see something regarding you as unconventional. But this actually makes you thrive, because the more you step into your own power and into your authentic self, the more growing you will do, and the more you will flourish, you know? And let me tell you that I almost feel like I'm getting the response of your soulmate, you know, when the tarot reader says that, and it's that they appreciate that so much. I feel like this person, like, they have had it, like, they may have been surrounded by people who were pretty much the same, not very that, like, individual or individuality, you know. Maybe a lot of people they connected with in the past were really superficial, or tried to fit in this mold that is supposed to be like attractiveness, or is supposed to be good, or is encouraged. As an example, a certain beauty standard, or a certain personality, you know, whatever it may be. But I just feel like they have connected with a lot of clones. I literally heard clones. Yeah, so a lot of people who are trying to be the same person. But with you, you're trying to be you. You're trying to be your authentic self. And there is nothing this person values more than that. In fact, with the Page of Wands being here as well, you may have a very colorful personality, a lot of creative visions as well. You know, you may love to explore yourself in different ways, and they really love that about you, because where other people are gray and white, you are full of color and full of life. And this is something this tarot reader would, yeah, say to your soulmate, to your divine counterpart about you. With the Ace of Pentacles being here right next to the Page of Pentacles, you know, I just talked about how this person likes to approach like relationships, that they go all in. And for them, it's really important to, from the beginning, see whether it has potential for something serious. And I feel like for you, it's a little bit different. Not different. It's similar, because you may also be someone with the Ace of Pentacles, right? It's all about security, it's all about safety, all about a great foundation. I feel like for you, this is also something you're looking for at this time. This kind of a partnership. So you guys will actually see eye to eye. And another thing I'm hearing is that the tarot reader would tell your soulmate, your divine counterpart, that they will fall for your personality. They will fall for your humbleness, for your kindness, for your beautiful nature. And with you, this person will be able to have a soulmate experience, right? And I feel like it's so many like first times, you know. As an example, this person may have been in like different relationships. However, with you, it feels like the first time, because as I already said, you know, the way or the amount of love you actually give is nothing compared to maybe their previous relationships, in which it was only about, you know, getting something out of the other person, and not really about the love itself. And I feel like they're gonna realize, okay, well, this is actually how a relationship is supposed to be. And this is why I feel like they may have this realization that this is actually the first real relationship that they had, because the past relationships, you can't really like call them that. Yeah, this is something the tarot reader would definitely tell them. It's also funny because all of this is about you. A lot of like past energy from them is also coming through. Another thing the tarot reader would tell your soulmate is that the universe will bring you guys together. Look at this. There's this man and he's like going down a path, right? And you can see these cups here. And it's almost like the cups are trying to like, you know, a red line, do you say that in English? But like, how do you say it? Like, they're trying to take him to the right path, right? It's almost like he can orient himself like through these cups, just following them, and they will guide him. Yeah, guiding. They will guide them. Oh my goodness. Such a struggle today. They will guide him towards yeah, the place he should be and he should go to. And I really feel like it's the same with the universe. The universe will also guide you towards meeting each other. So maybe this is also a message for you once again, my dear. If you ever question, you know, the fact, and you may have the fear when it comes to, well, what if I, for some reason, will not able to meet this person? First of all, there's absolutely no reason for that, to be anxious or such things, because things that are meant to come together, they will find their way towards each other, okay? And with other words, I really feel like the universe is bringing you guys together. It's almost like this man is actually coming out of this portal and he's now going the way, right? So you will find each other. You will. Let me get some oracle cards. For my dear pile 1. How would a tarot reader describe you to your future? To your future spouse, my God. To your soulmate, divine counterpart. All right. Too many cards. I only want one, please. Too many cards. Only one. Okay. Again. No card wants to come out alone. Why is that? Okay. This flipped over. Look at that. Wow. This card says, inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life. Celebrates the beauty in yourself. Exactly. All the things really I said. First of all, this person's gonna fall in love with your personality, okay, with your inner beauty. It's really something that's major here. I feel like they just have never met someone who's so wholesome or someone who's so good for them, you know? And that alone is just a reason for them to, yeah, treasure you, really. And, you know, with this creative energy being here, as I already said with the Page of Wands, right? I really feel like there's something very inspiring about you. I feel like there are sides to you that you are not afraid to show, even if it's something other people may judge, you know? As an example, if you're very passionate about something and you burn for it, you want to express it, you want to bring it out, no matter how other people may react to it, because you want to be true towards yourself. And look at that, this beautiful illustration. We see this woman here and she has like fruits in her hand, right? Like grapes here and so on. I just feel like you have so much abundant energy. And this is once again beautiful with this cup there, which is overflowing, right? There's so much that the person can experience with you. Like, I really feel like, my dear, even if you may not agree with it, but it's a blessing having you in their life. You are a blessing. And I really feel like some of you guys may say, no, that's not true, because you may not see all you are, but you are so much. Even if you don't see it. There is so much that, like, someone should be incredibly grateful to have you in their life. I also would like to get an oracle deck here. For my dear pile 1, how would the tarot reader describe you to your soulmate, to your divine counterpart? Okay. This card immediately came through. We have speak your world into being. Yeah, this is really for me. Look at how interesting this is. For me, this card is connecting with this card right there, and this card is connecting with the Three of Wands here. You know, I was talking about the fact that this person may not be aware of it, but they're actually manifesting you. And this is really the confirmation for me, because it could only be through speech, you know. They may always talk about what kind of partner they want, what kind of life they want to share with someone, and they may not even be aware of the fact that they're actually creating this for themselves. So speak your world into being is almost like speak your world into existence, you know, creating it. And I actually feel like you guys together, you may work beautifully together when it comes to manifesting a life for each other. And together, there is a lot you guys can create, you know, also with the creative energy being here. There's a lot of potential is what I'm feeling. Yeah. And this is something that the tarot reader would definitely emphasize, that you guys coming together, you can build a lot. Yeah. So, my dear pile 1, this is actually all I have for you. Please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading. And my dear, if you haven't, also feel free to like and subscribe. If you subscribe, please don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get any notification when I upload my next video. Also, my dear, if you're curious or you just would like to get further information when it comes to a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, I also invite you there as well, and you will find my Instagram link in the description box. But yeah, my dear pal 1, I'm sending you much love and much positive energy, and I hope you're having a beautiful day, or of course a beautiful night, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear pal 1, take care, my love. Hey pal 2, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, what would a tarot reader tell your soulmate, your divine counterpart about you? How would they describe you? Now, let's start straight away, my dear. I would like to start off first with some tarot cards, and then later on we will also get you some oracle cards. So let's see, for my dear pile 2, how would a tarot reader describe you to your soulmate, to your divine counterpart? All right, let's start then. Let's see, for my dear pile 2. Okay, the first card we have here is the Two of Swords. Let's continue. How would a tarot reader describe you to your soulmate? Okay, we have the Four of Wands here. Page of Cups. The Wheel card. Let me make sure. Okay. We have the Queen of Swords. All right, these two cards just came out. We have the Six of Cups and the Six of Swords. All right, 2 6 coming together. One last card for my dear pile 2. Okay. And we have the Nine of Cups here. All right, all right. Let me see. At the back of the deck, we have the Hanged Man. Okay, so how would a tarot reader describe you to your soulmate, to your divine counterpart? So first, let me start with that. I really feel like with the Hanged Man being here, the Hanged Man for me, okay, one meaning or one way the energy can come through is that it always suggests a new point of view, or it suggests us a new way to look at things, you know? And I really feel like with the Hanged Man here being the overall energy of this deck, I'm sorry, of this reading, the tarot reader would describe to your soulmate that there's something very, very different about you that will teach them a lot about life. So your soulmate or divine counterpart could just come from, you know, from a certain part of the world in which they just grew up with certain traditions, or they just grew up, you know, in a certain society, and that's it. But I feel like you coming into their life, you may teach them something very different. You may teach them a different way to look at the world and just at people in general. There is a lot of expansion in here. Expansion, like expanding your horizon, you know, seeing a different view. And, you know, it could be the case that you are very different from your soulmate. I'm not getting necessarily whether it's physical or not. I mean, okay, with the Six of Swords, it could literally be a physical change, or, a physical difference, such as maybe culturally speaking or physically speaking, you guys are different. But it could also be, you know, personality-wise, really, of course, it depends on your own unique situation. But I just feel like there is a significant difference here. And this is really gonna show your soulmate more about life. You know, as an example, if your soulmate was only surrounded by a certain group of people, with you coming into their life, you will actually make them experience another place, or you will make them experience being surrounded by other people, you know, who are maybe really different from what they're used to. However, in a very, very positive way, because it's kind of like bringing the unknown and making it familiar, you know. And when we look at the Six of Swords here, I know this is like a complete different like interpretation, with this person laying in here and everyone like showing their respect. It almost seems like this person has passed away, right? But I just actually am picking up something totally different from this illustration here. And I mean, that's the energy of the reading, right? Sometimes a certain card may just, the illustration, you know, there may be something you never noticed before and all of a sudden you see it, or a certain card illustration may give you a complete different scenario or energy than actually what you would pick up from it. And in this particular case today, I feel like the Six of Swords is almost like the far horizon, you know, looking at what's out there, at all the experiences that want you to come to them and want you to like explore them. And I really feel like you two coming together, and this is something that this tarot reader would definitely emphasize here. Both of you guys will learn so much about life, but not only about life, but about each other as well. Yeah. As an example, through your future spouse, like through being connected to you, they will not only maybe get a glimpse or an experience when it comes to a new culture, but they will also get to know a lot about them. Because maybe they used to think this is the only true way, or that's how things work, but then they emerge themselves into a new world and they see, hey, there are also other ways to do it. And in fact, there is so much beauty in how other people connect with life or how they go about their life, right? So expansion here, my dear, is the key word for you guys. And this is really also what the tarot reader would definitely emphasize here, that this connection will bring a lot of growth for both of you guys. A lot of growth. Look at that. Do you see the Two of Swords and the Queen of Swords? Let me show you. Look at how similar these cards are, and I almost feel like this is where you used to be and this is where you will head towards. Look at that. Okay, now you may be like, I don't see any similarity. Like, what are you talking about? First of all, both of these people almost like, it looks like they're sitting on a throne, right? And the people, like both these women, they also look pretty similar. And there's also this sword here, but where this woman looks very insecure and not really that sure, the Queen of Swords is just in her element, right? So it almost feels like this is where she used to be and this is who she grew into. And I really feel like this is something that the tarot reader would also tell your future spouse about you. Now, we may talk about the Queen of Swords here, but this is not gender like specific. This is only energy here. So even if you're also someone who identifies more so in their masculine energy, okay, this also is for you. This is just the illustration. And what the tarot reader would tell your soulmate about you is that you've experienced so much in life. Like, you are someone who, I don't know why I heard like started from the bottom, like someone who has worked their way out, someone who has done it themselves. And maybe right now some of you guys are not there yet. Maybe right now you are not in the position of the Queen of Swords in which you've made it, kind of. You may right now be in between, but this is where you're heading. And this is what this tarot reader would, emphasize, that you may have started off as the Two of Swords, you know, growing up a little bit insecure, a little bit maybe not as self-confident as you should be, and there was a lot of like take back, a lot of disappointment that you experienced. However, these things were not able to limit you, and as time goes, you will explore and you will actually become your greatest version. There's no doubt about that. And I feel like this is something your future spouse will actually really admire about you, that even if life from the beginning was difficult one way or another, you always went beyond. And nothing was able to make you feel stuck. Even if there were periods or phases in your life in which you felt this, the stuck energy still, you managed to get out of it. And this is something your soulmate, divine counterpart, really loves about you. With the Six of Cups being here, and the Four of Wands as well, these two cards together are really showing me that this is in fact definitely a divine partnership. Now, I know this is the reading, right? But even if this, let's say, was just a normal reading, I would have said it by now, because that's really what I'm feeling here. And I feel like when you guys come together, and this is something the tarot reader would actually definitely emphasize, that you guys will connect immediately. The beginning in your guys' connection will not be difficult because you guys just understand each other so well. You match, you're a great match, and I feel like you have so much that just makes this connection sacred or comfortable. As an example, being together, the other person doesn't feel judged. In fact, both of you guys can just be you and your authentic self, and you can just, without filters, say what's on your mind and what's in your heart, and you know that the other person will not judge you for it, but in fact respect you. And respect is another thing here. In fact, my dear, and that's another thing the tarot reader would say, if you are willing to put the work into this relationship, you guys can actually build a very long-term relationship here. That's something I'm seeing here as well. There is also another part of you which I'm seeing here, maybe a side of you that you don't really show to a lot of people, but it's still there, and it's what the tarot reader would also mention. What I'm feeling is that deep down, you know, you are a dreamer at heart. And that even if sometimes you show yourself really tough and very in control and so on, very strong, very confident, deep down you have a soft spot. Like, even if the Queen of Swords here is literally surrounded by eyes, by sharp ice pieces, deep down she's a soft one. And I feel like it's the same with you. You may at times come through a certain way because you don't tolerate people's BS, or because you have boundaries that you don't want people to step onto, right? And it's completely your right to do so. But I feel like deep down there is a very gentle you. And this very gentle you especially comes through when it comes to relationships. Even more so than in friendships, I feel like. I feel like your partner is the one who will really see the mask fall, or who will really see what deep down is actually hidden. And let me just tell you, I almost, like, I had this in Pal 1 as well. It's like, I'm not only getting what the tarot reader would say, I also kind of get the response of your soulmate, of your divine counterpart. And when it comes to that, you know, after the tarot reader would mention that, what I'm feeling coming through from your soulmate is actually that they would say how much they would protect and nurture this side of you, how much they value that, you know, that they are the one that's worthy enough to experience this side of you, and this is not something that they just take lightly. They really care about it, and they really want to honor it. So emotionally speaking, you are definitely safe with them. And as I already said, I just feel like you guys create this very sacred and comfortable space for each other. Another thing the tarot reader would mention here is that, they would mention for you guys to be patient and not to lose hope. Because with the wheel being here, it could be the case that there is weight involved in this partnership or this union. So one person maybe in particular has been single for quite some time. It just feels like waiting a lifetime for someone to enter your life, right? But this is something that the tarot reader would emphasize. Don't lose hope. Yes, there is this waiting involved in here, but that doesn't mean it will never come. It only means that there's more to it than, you know, like maybe meets the eye. There's this bigger picture. It's not only about you guys meeting and that's it, but it's first about maybe every person going through different cycles, learning, evolving, and so on, and then coming together. Okay, so that's something that the tarot reader would also once again mention. Another thing, this is for those of you guys who would like one day maybe to have children, but another thing the tarot reader would emphasize here is that you would be a great parent. And the reason why I'm getting this is, with the Nine of Cups being here, and the Nine of Cups energy is just such a joyful, such a uplifting, abundant, and beautiful, you know, happy energy. And then we have these two women who literally, both of them, they're pregnant. And I just feel like, once again, take it how it resonates, because this is a general reading, but if someone watching this actually would like to have children one day, whether it's adopting children or having your own, it doesn't matter. But you are such a nurturing person, and you would exactly give that to the child as well. So much love, so much nurture, so much safety. And yeah, wow. A very good parent. Like, I have to emphasize this. A beautiful parent here. Let me get some oracle cards for you, my dear pile 2. Let's see. How would a tarot reader describe you? How would a tarot reader describe you to your soulmate, the divine counterpart? All right, let's get you one card. One card, please, from my dear, oops, pile 2. Okay. Excuse the cat, my dear. So we got the priest card. And this card here, there's something, you know, with serves as a channel of spiritual energy here. I feel like what the tarot reader would actually also tell your soulmate about you is that, well, better to say about your guys' connection when you guys come together. It could be the case that one way or another, through your union, you can actually connect, or you can touch a lot of other people. As an example, your union could be an inspiration. With the spiritual aspect being here, maybe some of you guys also feel like you came here to be a light worker, or you came here to help somehow, you know, whether it's helping like raising the consciousness, or just in general somehow helping other people. I feel like this union, you guys coming together, could actually do exactly that. Because the spiritual connection between you guys, like, it's undeniable, okay? It is so strong, and it's not only about experiencing it, but it's also about serving others and helping others through it. That's what this card is really, yeah, giving me the impression. Let's get you guys one more card. Okay. Look at that. The second card we have is Lighten Up. So I really feel like for your soulmate, you're going to be exactly that. You're going to be a ball of light. No matter what your soulmate goes through, no matter what kind of day they have, you always manage to make them feel better. You always manage to lighten up, you know, like you always mention to lighten them up, okay, that way. And yeah, I just feel like you have so much optimistic energy, and whenever you share it with others, it's really contagious. And you always know how to nurture, okay? That's a very big thing here. You always know how to nurture others when they feel some type of way, or when they have a bad day. And this is something this tarot reader would definitely mention to your soulmate, but especially I feel like this card is related to you and them. So it's more so about how much you would, you know, care for them, and how much you would make them feel good about themselves, or when they have had a very tough day, you bring them out of this energy. That's something I'm seeing here. Yeah. So, my dear pile 2, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading, and if there is something you would like to share with us, definitely feel free to do so. Also, if you haven't, like and subscribe. If you subscribe, my dear, please don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you will not get a notification when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. Also, my dear, if you're curious or you just would like to get further information when it comes to a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, you will find my Instagram link in the description box, and of course I invite you there as well. But yeah, my dear pal too, I'm sending you much love and much positive energy, and I hope you're having a beautiful day, or of course a beautiful night, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear pal too, take care, my love. Hey pal 3, welcome to your reading, my dear. Now let's see, how would a tarot reader describe you to your soulmate, your divine counterpart? Now, my dear, we're gonna start straight away. And first I would like to get you some tarot cards, and later on we will also get you some oracle cards. But let's start first. Let's see, for my dear pile 3, how would a tarot reader describe you to your divine counterpart? For my dear pal 3, one more time, how would a tarot reader describe you? All right, so let's see, my dear, let's see, how would they describe you? For my dear pile 3, ooh, okay, oh, too many cards. Let's see, okay, so the first card we have is the Queen of Wands, coming through with the 10 of Swords. Let's continue. All right. For my dear pile 3, we have the 10 of Wands as well. Okay, 2 10s here. And the 10 of Cups. Look at that, 3 10s here. Ooh, okay. So let's see, for my dear pile 3, how would a tarot reader describe you to your soulmate, your divine counterpart? The 3 of Wands. 3 more cards, please. We have the 6 of Cups as well. All right, let's continue. How would a tarot reader describe you to your divine counterpart? Okay, we have, let me see, the Chariot coming through here. And look at that, the Lover's card. One card fell on the floor. Let me see, I'm not going to take it. Okay, this card turned over. At the back of the deck, wow, okay, we have the 4 of Wands here. Interesting. Let me make sure you can see all the cards. Yes, it looks good. All right, so my dear pile 3, how would the tarot reader describe you? Now, there is a lot we need to talk about here. And first of all, what I'm seeing here for you guys is that, okay, yeah. One thing the tarot reader would maybe start with, I guess, because we are getting so many glimpses of your personality, of your life here, is that you are someone who is incredibly passionate about life. Someone who is full of energy, someone who loves to experience life, who's adventurous, who wants to explore, who wants to see new things, who's also very independent. You are someone who wants to uplift others. You want to spread your positivity. You want to also, you know, whatever you're passionate about, you really want to share it with others, whether it is something like a hobby, or whether it's just something you like to do, a career, whatever it may be, a talent of yours, something you're really good at. You just like to share it with others. It's kind of like, you know, you are the Queen of Wands here. Let's put it that way. Just imagine a candle, right? A candle that's burning. It's kind of like you are this candle, and what you do is you also like one candle is enough to burn like 100 other candles, right? And I just feel like this flame that you have, you also want to bring it out in other people. You also want other candles to burn the same way you are burning. And it's just, I feel like a lot of people, like, it's a privilege to have you as a friend, because you are someone who is such a good friend. Not only, you know, on a level in which, like, it's great to experience friendship with you, like it's a very adventurous one, there is a lot to do, there is a lot to explore with each other, but it's also like you are someone who's very trustworthy. For you, loyalty is a really big thing. You yourself, you are a very loyal person to your friends, to your loved ones, and this is definitely something you also seek in others. You are a very fair person and you want to be treated the way you treat others. So let's say when you are really great to someone else, you don't tolerate them being like bad towards you, right? You also want others to treat you the same way. And I feel like you're also very quick to cut people off who are not good for you. Like, as an example, if you feel like there is a friend, or you just, let's say, met a stranger and they are not really that like of a good influence, then you will not just hang around very long. I feel like you will feel this need of leaving them, of cutting them out, and period, that's it. It's also very interesting because one thing that the tarot reader would also say about you is that for other people, it's really, really, really easy to trust you because of your inviting and warm kindness, like energy here. A little bit similar to Pile 1, but Pile 1 was more so water energy. It was a very settled warmness. With you guys, it's fire. It's like in your face kindness, you know. And it's definitely different energy here, but for a second it a little bit reminded me of it. So maybe for some you also felt drawn to Pile 1. If this is the case, and of course feel free to watch it. But coming back now to Pile 3 here, I just feel like, once again, maybe you just met someone and they instantly start to just tell you stuff about their life, or they just trust you with a lot of insights and secrets of theirs, and you were like, it may even surprise you a little bit how easy it is for some people to connect with you and be like that trusting so fast, but it's really your energy. You just give up such a safe vibe that people just feel very, very comfortable connecting with you. Now, another thing this tarot reader would say to your soulmate is that you are a great manifester. Great manifester. In fact, for me, this is the energy of a master manifester. So I feel like maybe looking at your life, you will recognize that you have already manifested a lot of things that you wanted, but there is definitely more so coming in the future, I'm seeing here. Because you will also develop your skills, you will definitely start consciously manifesting even more. And this will help you co-create a lot when it comes to your life consciously here, okay? Consciously is the keyword, because we always manifest, but it's all about conscious manifesting and not subconscious, because when we are manifesting from the subconscious mind, that's actually a great recipe for disaster because most of the time what we have subconsciously deep down are a lot of fears and anxiety. So it's very important for us to actually learn or try more conscious creating, right? And another thing I'm seeing here for you is that Another thing with the Six of Cups being here, the tarot reader would actually also tell your soulmate that when you guys come together, you know, you may both be adults and, you know, you may be mature and so on, but when you guys come together, it's almost like you become children again, you know, you become this playful again. And when we think about children, a great thing about them is that they are careless in a way, right? What they want is to have fun, and they don't know yet a lot of like serious things about life, or let's say the responsibilities that may come with growing up. A child is unaware of that, and all they want is maybe just to have fun and play with their friends and just enjoy, right? Have a good time. And I feel like being with this person and them being with you, you will be able to find this space for yourself again with the Six of Cups being here, okay? It's kind of like, yeah, you guys are obviously like doing your own things, are very responsible people, but you can also create the space in which you just enjoy yourself and you're playful, because you have the whole like week time to be like all about your responsibilities and so on, right? Like when you go about work and about like things regarding law and so on, really. But sometimes we also need the space in which we can just let go and we can just allow ourselves to connect with our more gentle like side, or with our more light-hearted energy, with our inner child. And I feel like with this person you will be able to do that, especially if you haven't done this in a very long time, or if you are someone who's more so serious, right? You may even watch this and say, well, what is this good for? I don't want that. Like, that's just children things, like that's just ridiculous. I would never like do these things or go in this energy field. But it's very important, and you will actually see how nurturing and how healing it is when we connect with our inner child, that our inner child is actually always a part of us. It's not like just because we're out of a certain age, we neglect this part of ourselves. I mean, yeah, a lot of people do that, unfortunately, but you will always be this little child, right? And connecting with it would always be good for you as well. And with this person, maybe you will start doing things that you used to do when you were a child, right? Let's say you used to go to the like carnival when you were a child, but since you grew up you didn't do it because you thought, well, it's ridiculous, or you thought, well, what will my friends think? Like, is it even a good thing to do that? Is it appropriate? But with this person, you don't care. Like, let people think whatever they want. It's all about having a good time and connecting on a deep level and enjoying yourselves. And you may do that, you know, you may go together to the carnival, or you may together watch like movies, cartoons, animes from your childhood, you know. You may go to places or do things you always wanted to do. It's all about that, and it's gonna have a great healing influence on you. Another thing the tarot reader would tell your soulmate, your divine counterpart, about you is that in this lifetime you will reach a great level of success with the Chariot card being here. I feel like you are someone who will definitely level up on multiple levels. Like when we just think about where you may have started when it comes to your job and where you're heading, you will definitely reach a lot of places. And it's all you, it's all your hard work, it's your blood, sweat, and tears, right? And I feel like this is something that also really goes hand in hand with the independence energy I got from the Queen of Wands here. And let me just tell you that your soulmate, divine counterpart, will be really impressed with that. And they will love that about you. They will love that you are someone who values their freedom and also their independence. I feel like this relationship, okay, there's so much like freedom in it that I'm not getting anything which may be codependent. I am getting a lot of freedom for both of you guys, space to grow, but at the same time coming together and yeah, being together, enjoying the time with each other. But it's not anything clingy. And this is something that they will tell your soulmate for sure. Also, look at that. We have the combination of the Ten of Cups and the Lover's card. I really feel like you guys coming together, you will instantly fall in love. Like for me, take it how it resonates, because of course maybe not everyone may believe in this, but for a lot of you guys, I really feel this sensation or this experience of love at first sight, like seeing each other and immediately just falling in love, or really feeling attracted and wanting to be with the person. This is a small disclaimer here. The passion between you guys from the beginning could actually be really, really much. So if you don't want this to just, or if you don't want to immediately jump into something fiery, and you first would like, you know, to get to know each other, or like the emotions to really develop like with each other, then just be aware of it. But of course, if this is your type of thing, if this is your cup of tea, like straight away becoming intimate, then of course that's your free will, of course, right? But there's just this small disclaimer here, because maybe for some, the emotions and the sensation will be so much that it may be too much, be very overwhelming. So there's this advice in here to breathe, okay, calm down, cool yourself, and then maybe go about this relationship, because this may also help you with staying realistic instead of just jumping into everything and losing each other, like losing yourself in the clouds, or just going for the intimate stuff, right? So yeah, but of course at the end of the day, you just do you, and this is just an advice here, so you just can go about the relationship more secure, right? So it's not only about the passion, but it's also about the relationship itself. But that just says a lot about the attraction, right? A lot of attraction here, a pull that's just gonna draw you towards each other. I feel like you also gonna feel like, intimate speaking, you are very, very compatible. You will see that this person is very attractive when it comes to that. You will feel very drawn towards them, like physically speaking. So yeah, just for you to know that. I feel like just in general, another thing this tarot reader would say to your soulmate is that you guys are gonna be each other's type for sure. Yeah, this is another thing I'm seeing here. You're gonna love how the other person looks like, and they're gonna bring out something, okay? If you know what I mean. They're gonna burn this candle within you. Let's put it that way. But with the Ten of Cups and the Lover's card being here once again, I feel like you guys have a lot of potential to create a very harmonious relationship with each other. But once again, it's important not to just go into this relationship like a roller coaster and, you know, just to enjoy yourselves and that's it. But to really look at the tree here, really create a secure tree which is deep rooted, and of course in which you can enjoy the fruits that come out of it, but at the same time you know it's solid and you can enjoy its safety, right? This is maybe the best way to put it. So it's not only about the bedroom stuff, but it's also about a great relationship that you guys can build, and also connecting mentally and emotionally, right? Because yeah, I really do feel like it may be overwhelming, in which you guys, like, the fire may blind you, or the fire may just take over. So be mindful of that. And this is probably what the tarot reader would also tell your soulmate, to be cautious of this, right? And yeah, really think it through. Because sometimes when we meet people who are just like we're so connected with on a complete other level, it's just so much to like deal with, right? And we may actually take some time to cope with it, or really to let it digest, right? So, and this is something I'm seeing with you guys as well. Let me get you some oracle cards. For my dear pile 3, how would a tarot reader describe you to your soulmate? How would... Wow, look at that. That's very interesting. We literally have the Virgin archetype, and it says maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. Now, some of you guys may just be like, this is the complete opposite energy of what we just received. We received the complete opposite here. Nothing really innocent about it. But let me explain. I feel like this is your connection. You know, what you guys have with each other is a heart and spiritual connection, as this card says. And it's all about keeping that. It's all about maintaining that. Because once again, sometimes when the sensations, especially when the physical sensations, are just going all the way, we may really lose ourselves, right? And I mean, once again, if this is something for someone they can do themselves, there is absolutely nothing wrong with it. It's all about free choice, and it's all about free will. But this card is here to show us that this is a spiritual connection which goes beyond the physical, okay? Yes, the physical enjoyment is great, but there is so much deeper than that. And this card really shows me that this is all about you guys developing this heart-centered connection here, which once again, you guys will definitely, for a lot of you guys, have this sensation or this experience of love at first sight, but at the same time, maybe the passion may take over, and you may have this challenge here to lead this towards something that is an expression of the spiritual connection that you have. So not only the physical, but also the non-physical here. And I see that you guys will manage it. I mean, otherwise the Virgin card were not here. You will, especially also with the Ten of Cups, right? I mean, the Ten of Cups is the harmony card itself. And if this was a tragedy, or if this was only like, let's become physical, and let's get physical and that's it, and then after some time we just, like, as I said, a wild roller coaster ride, and then that's it. That's not what I'm seeing here, because eventually with the Virgin card, you will not only ground this connection, but the intimate union will expand itself into much more. Becoming physical is not only two bodies coming together, but also people connecting on an emotional level, but also on a physical level, and especially energetically, right? I mean, energetically for sure. So yeah, you will create this Ten of Cups here for yourselves, okay? Once again, maybe in the beginning, it's almost like, look at that. When you guys come together, it will feel like the Ten of Wands here. Look at this. This person is like blindfolded, and it's very overwhelming, and there's so much happening, so many sensations, but you guys will be able to manage it and will be able to create the Ten of Cups for yourselves. Okay. Let me get another oracle deck here card for my dear pile 3. What would a tarot reader, okay, let's see. Look at that, yeah. It's just so funny because, you know, sometimes you say something and then the cards come out after each other and they're really like confirming, you know, they're really confirming all the things that you have said. And look at what card you got. You got the Go Deeper card, New Moon in Scorpio. And with this card being here, this is really the confirmation. You guys will be able to create this deep connection. And as I've already said multiple times, yes, the physical aspects will be a lot to handle, but you will go beyond that and you will ground the connection. You will create the space for yourself. You will also nurture the relationship in general, in which you will be able to create this deep connection with each other, because what will hold your connection together is the heart and spirit space. You know, it's the love and it's the spiritual connection that you'll have with each other. And with the Four of Wands being here as well, yeah, look at that, the Six of Wands. This can definitely be a very successful relationship, my dear, okay? So keep that in mind. Four of Wands, yeah. In fact, it could even be the case that for some of you guys, you will live with each other, right? You will create this space, like this home with each other, with the Four of Wands being here. But of course, it depends on you and what you want, right? Because the potential is here, but of course, at the end, it depends on what is it that you want in your relationships and in your life. But energetically speaking, the potential is here for sure. Yeah. And this is what, yeah, the tarot reader would tell your soulmate. Lastly, another thing I'm hearing here. I feel like, okay, communication is very important. And I feel like one thing that will really help you guys when it comes to creating this beautiful relationship is the fact that you guys always are very transparent with your emotions and so on. So it could be the case that one of you guys will say at the beginning, I feel very, very attracted to you, also like intimately speaking, and I feel very passionate towards you. However, I want this to be more than that. I want us to create something long-term, or I'm looking for something long-term. So what do you think about taking a break here and first really getting to know each other, so we can focus on more than just the fire we're feeling, you know, like a lot of communication. And I feel like this will really help you towards, yeah, creating a very successful, like this 10 of Cups kind of energy here, okay? So just for you to know. And I feel like this would also be another advice that the tarot reader would, yeah, voice to your soulmate, your divine counterpart here, yeah. So, my dear pile 3, please feel free to let me know how you feel about this reading, this very intense reading. Yeah, and Scorpio, I mean, is a very intense energy itself, right? So I feel like you guys will feel this towards each other, a very intense experience, okay? So yeah, feel free to let me know how you feel about it. And also, my dear, if you haven't, also feel free to like and subscribe. If you subscribe, please don't forget to hit the bell, because otherwise you may not get a notification when I upload a new pick a card or candle wax reading. Also, my dear, if you're interested or you're just curious when it comes to a personal reading with me, you can of course feel free to email me as well. Lastly, my dear, if you would like to connect with me more on Instagram, my channel's Instagram account is in the description box, and of course I invite you there as well. But yeah, my dear Pal 3, I'm sending you much love and much positive energy, and I hope you're having a beautiful day, or of course a beautiful night, depending on where you are right now. But yeah, my dear Pal 3, take care, my love.